Hi guys, I'm Amy. I felt guided to come on and do a reading, messages from a passed on loved one reading. So let's see what messages that your passed on loved one has for you. And we start with if I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. Okay, read that. Okay, well, living on Earth, if I had realized just how creative and powerful my thoughts were and their effect on another person, I would have been so much more aware of what I put out. Of course, I have regrets, but now I also realize that these were merely opportunities to grow. We never stop learning here or on Earth. My deepest wish is that from my words you learn to treat another person as you would yourself. Let go of the old earthly patterns of judgment and fear, and make an effort to bring love to everything and everyone who walks upon your path. That way, when you come here, you will have no room for regrets, I promise. Okay, next we have It Was My Time to Go. Okay, I know that it feels like a dream you can't wake up from, but please be reassured that every soul comes into the world at a predetermined time and excuse me, and also exists at the time it is meant to for its own growth. When I first came here, it all just seemed too amazing to believe, but now I see that there is a larger force and an incredible order to everything in the universe. Every soul has a cosmic plan it must follow. What you might perceive as an accident is merely a step in the cosmic dance. We will be together again. Because our souls are intertwined by shared missions and unfinished business, we are destined to be together. For now, I will be with you in my non physical form, functioning as a guide and a loving companion. While I can't give the guidance that God or an angel would, I can lend my support and strength to help and protect you. Once your life is complete, we will reunite in spirit form when I'll remind you of the ways of the wondrous non physical world. I can tell you now that there's nothing to fear about dying, and yet you must live your life completely in order to fulfill your mission. When the time is right, you and I will have other physical lives together, ones that are perfectly orchestrated to help others and to create spiritual growth for both of us. And now we have I am just a thought away. Please don't think of me as gone because I'm not. I'm right here. Please don't think of heaven as up in the sky because it's not. It's right here. Yes, I am happily busy with learning and helping, but I'm also happily willing to be right by your side the moment that you need me. All of our former communication barriers have been lifted, and I now understand and hear you perfectly. I hear your thoughts, and please don't worry, I don't judge them or you. My heart is now completely open to compassion, and I understand and love you like I never could before. Why I'm with you the moment you think of me. Okay, so when you're missing your passed on loved one, you can just think of them, and they're right there with you. I have no more earthly worries. And look at the sunflowers. Beautiful. Okay, let's find that one. Okay, I have no more earthly worries. I have to be honest with you. Life was very stressful for me. I probably should have been more open and forthcoming about my feelings because I held them in most of the time, and that was damaging for me physically and emotionally. I will admit to you now that I was deeply afraid during my life. I was afraid that you and others wouldn't love me if you knew who I truly was. I felt like I was deeply flawed and didn't want you to know. Now that I'm here, though, everything's turned in a completely new direction. I now see that I had nothing wrong with me except my belief that I was flawed. And that belief caused me to act in ways that were hurtful to myself and others. I apologize for hurting you. I thank God that I have no more earthly worries, and I can now express myself fully to you as I truly am. Now that I no longer am concerned about others' judgments and don't stress about money, work, or day to day life, I'm completely carefree. Okay, next I will pull from the birds deck. Okay, so let's see what other messages your past and loved one has for you, and you may be seeing this bird or these birds, whatever comes out. And if you do, take that as a sign from your loved one. Spirit, please. Okay. Thank you. Any more? Any more, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we start with the pigeon. So let me find pigeon. Okay, the pigeon's about determination, community, and communication. The pigeon is a determined creature. It will stay in an area long as there is food, despite attempts to chase it away. A pigeon can encourage you to be stubborn and hang in there, regardless of what challenges are thrown in your path. The pigeon is safest in a flock. Don't discount the strength and support found in a community. Furthermore, remember the importance of communication within that community. Don't assume people know things just because you do. Make sure everyone is in the loop. The pigeon has strong connections to house and home. Think about your relationship with your home. Does it reflect what you want your home to be? Now we have the robin. Okay, the robin is new beginnings, cheer, and cycles. The robin is a welcome harbinger of spring. A robin can inform you of something new just around the corner, likely something anticipated or long awaited. The robin encourages you to step outside. Find cheer in the natural world, a garden, or wild places. Go for a walk in the rain and splash in the puddles. Try adding a dash of bright red to your wardrobe to cheer you up. The robin's message can be summed up as new beginnings are on the way. Watch for opportunity or the seeds of a new venture to develop. Joy, happiness, and cheer will be yours. Beautiful. And perhaps your loved one is assisting in sending this new beginning your way. Okay, next we're going to pull from the Healing Waters. Oracle. So Spirit, what message does the collective need to hear? What message does the collective need to hear? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we only got one, and it's birth mysteries. What are you being called to create? Okay. Birth mystery. Nala, is that you? Water is intelligent, and where there's water, there's life. We are water beings. We travel from the watery world of the Great Mother to be born into this world, our first breath marking the transition from water to air. We all grew from a single cell into a form in the waters of the amniotic sac of the Great Mother, and from there, that same intelligence has been guiding us every step of the way. It's the same force that tells flowers when to bloom and the planet to spin. You're a creative being living in a creative world. This is a planet of creativity and manifestation. This is a planet, or creativity is your natural state. What are you being called to create? Creativity isn't only for certain people, it's within us all. What would you like to create? Don't squeeze the hose, loosen your grip, and call the intelligent waters to flow through you every step of the way. Then follow it up with consistent action. Embodied creativity happens when we have a vision and act on that vision. Every idea in the world is pointless without this consistent action. Stay true to what you're being called to create and show up to it day after day. And like for me, this is what I'm creating, doing the readings here. For everyone it could be different. I mean, I was never really good at art per se. I did dip my hand in writing a bit when I was young, and I enjoy writing as well. And I love music, but yeah, that wasn't meant for me. Okay, and finally I'm going to pull from Soul Tarot. So what is the rest of the message to this collective from their past and loved one spirit? What is the rest of the message this collective needs to hear from their loved one? Anything else, Spirit? Okay, thank you. Okay, so we've got Judgment. I must have had the deck upside down. Okay, so we start with number 20 in the Major Arcana, which is Judgment, ruled by Pluto. Judgment is a collective, ancestral, and generational energy, one that slowly excavates and reveals something we must see and integrate before we're able to move forward in our lives. It is nothing less than a slow and crucial awakening, one that can help us to become better and more present ancestors, citizens, and stewards of this world. Okay, and then we have the Five of Cups. Okay, Five of Cups shows up in moments when we are processing the loss, completion, or perceived ending of something, our three spilled cups. It is a fierce protector of our grief, reminding us that we have permission to take our time and be with these cups for however long we need. Within the tapestry of this card is a reminder that things will not stay this way forever. The two full cups are just outside this cave, and we'll be there whenever we are ready to turn toward them. There is no rush. And I almost feel like whoever this reading's meant for, that your loved one might have passed on recently, and that this is you still dealing with the grief of the loss of your loved one. And universe is saying take your time with your grieving process. Take as much time as you need for it and heal. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope that this helped you, and I hope you have a great day.